Most businesses believe they need more leads, phone calls, website inquiries, messages from potential customers. The real problem is much simpler, and it's something most businesses completely ignore, which is follow up. You see, everyday businesses receive opportunities, which is phone calls, website inquiries, you name it, messages from potential customers, but many of those opportunities never turn into sales. Not because the lead was bad, but because the follow up never happened. So imagine someone calls your business. They're ready to solve a problem. Maybe they need a contractor, a real estate agent, insurance advice, or any type of business niche or profession you have. They call you. So they're ready to solve a problem. But the call goes to voicemail and nobody responds quickly. That potential client doesn't wait. They call the next business instantly. So here's something many businesses don't realize. But the truth is, many businesses already have opportunities sitting right in front of them. The real problem is something much simpler, and it's something most businesses completely ignore: follow up. So here's the psychology that comes in. You see, your brain constantly filters information. The system is called the reticular activating system, or also known as RAS. I'm going to give you a quick example because basically what it does is filters. So I'm going to give you an example. Your brain filters so many things that is said, if you research this, over 70 million things that it filters daily, okay, as in 24 hours. So for example, I'm going to give you something. For example, if you purchase a certain shoe, Nike shoe, same color or whatever, a particular color, once you walk out of the store, if you ever notice that same shoe, that's reticular activating system. It was there. You were seeing those same type of shoes that you thought was unique, but your reticular activating system filtered that because that wasn't of important at that time until it came at that time that you wanted those shoes. So that's an example of reticular activating system. Another example is if you thought you had that unique car that you bought at the dealership, and all of a sudden once you get on the freeway, you see every other vehicle or vehicles is similar to that unique car that you thought you had. That's reticular activating system. It's a filter. So it determines what your brain pays attention to and what it ignores. So that's the issue. Another issue is, we go a little bit in depth in other videos. If you do your research, it's called neuroplasticity, which is a habit. So you're focusing. So once again, here's where psychology comes in. Your brain constantly filters information. The system is called reticular activating system, or a filter, and it determines what your brain pays attention to. So believe it or not, that's sort of a bad filter, what it's filtering, because you go through two things during the day: pain or pleasure. So it filters out the pain and it endures what you think, or what you would think as a habit is pleasure. So it determines what your brain pays attention to and what it ignores. As I said before, is a habit which is part of a neuroplasticity. Businesses don't run on intention. I'm going to repeat that. Businesses don't run on intention. They run on habits. So you can have a good habit, believe it or not, and a bad habit. Okay? So if follow-up isn't built into your daily habits, it slowly disappears from your process. Okay? So if you see this diagram, routine, cue, reward, go a little bit deeper in other videos or webinars you're invited to attend. Go a little bit deeper. This is basic awareness video. So businesses don't run on intentions, they run on habits. If follow-up, that's a key word, if follow-up isn't built into your daily habits, it slowly disappears from your process. So here's one of the simplest rules successful businesses follow. Whenever possible, respond to the new inquiries within 5 minutes or less. It's very important because this is the instant microwave, instant gratification. Things is moving fast, would you agree? So because the faster you respond, the more likely you are to win the client. Speed creates trust. Because you see, even before automation existed, businesses used simple systems. They wrote down every inquiry, track every call, follow up consistently. I'm going to repeat that. Follow up consistently. Okay? Follow up, follow up, follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Okay? Those simple habits alone can dramatically increase sales. Here's one of the simplest rules successful business follow also. Whenever is possible, respond to the new inquiries within 5 minutes, because the faster you respond, I repeat, the more likely you are to win the client. Speed creates trust. And that's when businesses start building what I call the invisible lead system, a structure that captures opportunities, tracks them, and ensures consistent follow up. Remember that word, follow up. Okay? So if you'd like to see how businesses turn simple follow up habits into automated systems, I created a breakdown system called the Invisible Lead System every growing business has. You can find the link in the description. So in the next video, I'll show you something even more interesting, while your brain actually filters opportunities without you realizing it, and how that affects business growth.